to the channel. Today we have a quick subject. We're just going to talk about weapons and their mobility and how important they are to you, especially early game, but also late game as well. First, on the top of the list that I have, and the rest of them are not in any specific order, but this is my favorite, and it's the Hatchet. The Hatchet not only is going to give you with the first skill in the Berserk tree, it's going to give you the 20% damage, which triggers a Berserk mode that increases all attack damage by 20% while active. Berserk mode will be active for 15 seconds, so then it's also on a 15-second cooldown. Now, the next in line for the perk is the one that you really want. That's the one that's going to give you the speed. That's called On the Hunt. It's going to increase your movement speed by 20% in Berserk mode. Now, a note is that if you switch your weapons, you will lose the speed and the buffs. So if you're looking to get 20% speed for 15 seconds, make sure you don't switch your weapons. Now, we have to do a lot of traveling, so this is absolutely my top pick and best weapon for mobility, and it also does pretty good damage as well. The next weapon we're going to talk about, and this one is a really popular one, is the Rapier. Now, this one really only has one ability that's going to be your getaway slash gap closer, and that's Flesh. And that one is going to send you forward, leaving the ground, lunging forward for 10 meters in a stabbing motion, piercing through enemies, dealing 145% damage. Now, again, this one is really good for closing a gap or getting away. And early on, you're probably just going to use it, combined with maybe the Hatchet or the Fire Staff to just, have two spells and just zoom across the map. Before we get to our next weapons, if you guys are enjoying what you're hearing and seeing, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe so you can check out the future content that I'm putting out. The next one we have is a fan favorite of the melee lovers. It's the Great Axe. Now this one has the charge ability, and with that you're going to charge 10 meters, dealing 120% damage when you reach the target. Now if you hit something early, it will stop, and if you hit left mouse button, it will stop. Also, this one pairs really well with the Hatchet, so you're going to be seeing it quite a bit between the Bloodlust and then the charge ability. Also, this one just flies across the river, so make sure you use it to get across and close that gap really quickly if you're chasing somebody. Now, later on down the line, it does have an ability called Bloodlust. It's going to move you 30% faster and deal 15% more damage when you're looking at a foe within 15 meters. This one is the end of the line of that tree, so you won't be using it early on, but you're going to see this one a lot depending on what armor, especially if they're running a Hatchet with the axe. They're going to be an absolute nightmare to catch. All right, you spell slingers, here you go. Here's your mighty Fire Staff. Now this one is going to be really good as well for getting away and closing the gap. What your main spell is going to be, it's going to be Burnout. Now you're going to dash forward, leaving a wall of fire behind you. Residual flames will catch enemies on fire, dealing 5% weapon damage for each second for 13 seconds. Now, one important thing to note about this ability, that you can actually manipulate it and kind of curve it when you're using it. So try that out. The cooldown is 20 seconds, and it also has an extra perk at the last perk of it. It's going to increase the burnout travel by 50%. So definitely want to pick that up. Now, this one synergizes really well because you're using a fire ability, and it's going to go ahead, and when you get the perk Combat Speed, when you activate a Fire Staff ability, gain 10% haste for 5 seconds, cooldown 10 seconds. So you're going to pop that, and then you're going to get haste on top of that. Between those two, it's gonna go ahead and definitely be a great ability to use to get away, close the gap, and really frustrate those melee guys trying to pound you in the face. And there you have it, guys. Those are the 4 weapons that I chose for giving you high mobility. If you pair them together especially, but even if you just have one in your build, it's going to save you a lot of time across the map. It's going to save your life a lot in getting away. If you learned something and you like what you saw, again, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you're looking for a guild to play in New World or possibly Ashes of Creation later down the line, check out stormborngaming.net. I have a link to the Discord as well. We're always looking for good members. Come check us out. You can also find me at Sandman's Gaming Channel on Twitch. Have a great day, guys. Take care.